Just after sunrise in the Bronx, an ordinary Wednesday morning was shattered by the sound of an explosion and the sight of a gaping wound torn into the side of a high-rise. For the families inside it was a moment of fear. They will not soon forget. Officials say the collapse happened around 8:10 a.m. inside a public housing complex on Alexander Avenue. What gave way was the building's incinerator shaft, a vertical structure connected to the boiler system. When it collapsed, it ripped a massive hole in the side of the tower, leaving jagged concrete and twisted metal visible from the street below. The fire department says its first call came in as a report of an explosion. Within 4 minutes, firefighters and emergency crews were on the scene. What they found was worse than expected. Not just smoke or debris, but part of the structure itself torn apart. Deputy Mayor Kaz Daughtry confirmed the collapse in a post on social media, while Mayor Eric Adams told reporters later in the day that a preliminary investigation suggests some type of explosion set it off. From the street, the damage is stark. Fire Commissioner Robert Tucker gave more detail, explaining that the shaft was tied directly to the boiler, and that's where investigators now believe the blast began. Video taken by witnesses shows a gash running several stories high along the side of the brick building, exposing what looks like the skeleton of the structure. Residents stood outside in disbelief, some still holding coffee cups or backpacks, watching as firefighters cordoned off the area and searched for any sign of trapped victims. And here's the one piece of good news in a morning filled with anxiety. No one was killed. Bronx Borough President Vanessa Gibson says there were no reported injuries because the explosion was confined to the boiler room and not the occupied apartments above. There were no fatalities and no injuries, she told reporters, offering reassurance to the community as the investigation continues. Still, the close call left residents rattled. Imagine waking to the sound of a blast, feeling the building tremble, and then seeing daylight where solid walls used to be. For people who call this high-rise home trust in the safety of their building will not be easily restored. Officials are now working to determine what exactly caused the boiler or ventilation shaft to give way. Engineers and inspectors are assessing the structural integrity of the rest of the complex. For now, parts of Alexander Avenue remain closed off, and some residents have been told to stay elsewhere until the building is deemed secure. In the Bronx tonight, relief is tempered by worry. The city has seen building collapses before, but this one, happening in public housing and at the start of the day when families were waking up and children heading to school, is a reminder of how suddenly life can be disrupted. No lives lost, but one building forever scarred. And an investigation that must now answer how it happened and how to make sure it doesn't happen again.